Karibu tena, this is Monday Blitz. My name is Duncan Mtua, Fred Arocho, Annette Washira and Lawrence Omonti wananisaidia analyze or check on what happened over the weekend. We were looking at English Premier League, and now we're also going to check on the top 7 teams, or rather the teams that qualified for the European Championship, that is UEFA Champions League. Tottenham, Chelsea, Newcastle, Manchester City and even Liverpool ni part of the teams those that qualified for the Champions League. United missing out of the European football next season. Next season watakuwa wanacheza Carabao and FA. Arocho, you have to talk about the top 6 teams.
Well, I think number 1 was done long before. Liverpool just showed consistency. And once again, I'm going to reiterate on this show that soccer is about consistency. Soccer is about moments. When you get your moments, you really need to take good advantage of them and, of course, get your points. For Arsenal, that is number 2. I think Arsenal, as I said earlier, Arsenal needs to get a new coach, needs to just do something, because it will be worse next season. It's good that we are seated here, God willing.
And then we'll be back.
We'll be here. God willing, we'll be alive and healthy. You will see that they will perform disastrous. Things cannot be the same and you do things the same and expect different results. Number 3, Man City needs to pull up its socks. I think a lot of internal wrangles, the coach and several players. Yeah. For me, that's what did them in. They could not hold on to that pressure. Number 4 was it Chelsea? Yeah. Chelsea, I think a lot of money. A parent who has a lot of money buying all the books, paying school fees, and yet doesn't really concentrate. Eventually, there was saturation of players in the team, and of course that interfered with their performance. There's a team that really disappointed me. That is Nottingham Forest. I think Nottingham Forest, though I don't support what the president did, moving to the pitch, trying to confront the coach, but I think they just dropped their guard on the last moment. Another team that did well for me was Aston Villa. Though they didn't live up to the expectation, they ought to have beaten Manchester United yesterday. I gave them a win against United. Though whatever happened, they lost. Another team in that sequence was
Newcastle.
Newcastle. I think Newcastle, they put in money. I don't think they really reaped what they put in, but consistency. Next season, you'll see a far much better Newcastle, and of course, they'll start challenging for the title.
Tottenham will also be getting to the Champions League.
They won't perform anything. If you cannot perform in this stage, yesterday Tottenham needed to have gotten a convincing win. Not only a win, a convincing win, to confirm that that European position was not a fluke. But here, well, for me, Tottenham, and Tottenham has been so consistent in failing, not only now, about 15 years down the lane. When you look at their Tottenham's...
Were they lucky against United?
United, another 4 years, I said it here. It will take Manchester United 4 years to come back, because each year they drop. For example, now they're not going to play in any European competition. That means less revenue. Yes. That means you cannot attract good players into your team. It means that you'll either settle with the team that you have, or forced to pick fringe players from elsewhere. So these 2 factors will really affect Manchester United in the next 4 seasons.
Lawrence, you were saying something before we took a break, and even checking on the top 6 teams.
I think Annette said Man City tried their best. They started the season very worse and then picked up. But according to the Man City, we know the Pep, we know he's called the genius in football. I think Man City is a team that at any bad moment, they are not supposed to finish the Premier League or any competition without even a trophy on their bad season, because you imagine all the...
That's Man City.
Yeah, that's Man City.
Yes. Now I'm on... You see, now you're confirming my point.
Real Madrid also finished trophyless.
No.
The way she was talking about Man City.
She was talking about Man City.
The way she was talking about Man City, you would assume it's another team, not Man City.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we started... Okay, finish. Then
so that's what I wanted to actually highlight, because Man City losing 9 games in a season.
But still finishing third.
Third, but coming out with a trophy the whole season, it's really, really frustrating for such kind of a team, especially the quality of the coach they have. Take Pep at Newcastle, you'll see what he can do there.
Will get relegated?
No, he can change the team.
With the current squad though?
The current squad, actually the Newcastle current squad, I even expected them to perform better, to finish even the second, because the quality of the players in Newcastle can perform at any competition right now. We saw them really struggling a lot and doing their best in the Champions League, despite being relegated. I think also when we also talk about Arsenal. Arsenal is one team that if last season they didn't perform according to our expectation, because we really expected them to get even the Premier League and the Champions League, and they end up being trophyless. I think next season will really, really be hectic for them, because every team will be wanting to perform better according to the.
You mean you are expecting Arsenal to win the Champions League?
No. We expect. They usually say next season. Roger, these guys are usually.
No. You know, you need to correct me there.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine called Shatterboy. In fact, he's disappeared. Because Shatterboy was a person who really, when the season was beginning, Shatterboy was speaking like Arsenal is a team from the Mars. And when he's talking about expecting Arsenal to win the Champions League, or even the league, you know, I wonder where these people come from.
I'm not sure, you know, to be honest, they had a good squad.
Wamejificha saizi.
You know, football is not about good squad.
Actually, this season they had a good squad.
Their defense was compact.
No. The problem with this season for Arsenal is the number of games did not play to their advantage. They lost so many players. Actually, I think in the Premier League, because of their lack of depth, they lost so many players.
No. Let's not discuss that. That is an internal issue. Let Arsenal solve the internal issue of having players injured. And, you know, there are issues that the nyumbani we are not getting it as Manchester. Like, I've considered defeat. You see the way I've considered
in January
defeat.
they didn't even sign.
That is their problem.
They had the opportunity to.
They were sure with their squad, but we know Arsenal is for always next season and next season.
Okay.
So we're not expecting
All right.
miracle.
Let me respond to
A
Man
quick
City. Yes, Man City, we had a terrible season for this reason. We have an aging squad. So we have had this squad for the past 7 years. We have performed for the past 7 years. Yes. So
this is the same squad that won the league the previous season. So you cannot say that it's an aging team.
You guys
lost.
You guys don't
that's why I have a problem with Man City fans. Don't ever mention Rodri when you're talking about your failure.
If you look at Pep centers his teams around a 6. All of his teams, look at Barcelona, look at Thiago Alcantara, look at
if you're a good tactician, why don't you change then?
No.
If I was a good tactician, the mistake Pep did, we went into the previous season with Rodri playing almost 90% of all the games. The likes of Kovacic, when they came in, they were not getting enough game time. So for him now to come and now start fitting him into the system.
Bruno Fernandes did 100%.
Bruno cannot even fit into the starting 11 of Newcastle.
You know.
He cannot.
You know, honestly, whenever I talk to City fans, whenever I talk to Arsenal fans, they sing the same song. Now see the way she was trying to give excuses.
It's not.
You know, soccer is not about the first 11. It's not about the first 16. So those are internal issues. Man City, sit down, have your own meeting and sort them out. And that's why I don't bring Manchester United issues here. There are a lot of issues at United. The reason why United almost got relegated are so many. And I don't bring them here. Because the moment we start discussing small issues and the nyumbani, yes, we are not going to finish the discussion.
then why do
English Premier League?
Okay, away from that. Arsenal, he's right. Arsenal have been